Hey fellas, Rusty coming at you, and today maybe I'll show you guys the start of a refurbishment or refurbishments. This was gifted to me by a coworker. It's a USA Schrade or old timer, just a tiny one, but the delrin on this side is faded real bad. I do have some chocolate brown. I'm going to try to tape off the smooth part here and just dye the chocolate brown. To do that, I'll use masking tape here, and I'll drop her in some chocolate brown just up, so it's not touching the other side. It's not going to dye my blades, anything like that. This is a Chinese Schrade I just got. It's out of their tractor up, and maybe a model number there. Appears to be pretty good, has good action. Yeah, and you can see the bone. It's got some white bone. Some people like that. I'm gonna put the complete knife in what do you call neon green. Okay, and this one I purchased, USA made Camillus, $24. It's a Canoe. I like this knife. Probably won't carry it, but it's one spring. It's got kind of a spear point blade. The complete restoration would be to remove these scratches using some probably 7, 8, and 10,000 grit sandpaper. And today's fix is going to be with, again, masking here, bright red, and then masking here and marigold, or maybe I got like a banana yellow. So that's a look at them, and I'm gonna go inside. And we're back, and hopefully you guys are seeing a difference in these knives here. I wasn't trying to get any of these brought up to mint condition. This one is a brand new knife. Well, or showed little or no signs of wear. And then this one was definitely a vintage knife. And on this side, it got some dye, and you can see how that changed, because I took and I matched this off right through here, and I do think some of it bled through, some of that dye. This is what, so this side must have sat up in the sun, if I had to guesstimate. Now I did polish this with sandpaper and case paste. So sometimes I'll start out and I'll use a 2000 grit sandpaper, and I'm trying to remove this. I added this when I dyed this. It sort of roughed it. We have 7,000 grit, which will be if she's looking pretty decent, but has. So 2,000 grit you want to use, and I just can't get in here. There's a height differential, but you want to use it for heavier stuff. 2,000 or 7,000 you can use here and finish with 10,000 grit. So take a peek at the bone. I did not do, what are we calling that? Neon green. I used Kelly green. I wanted to see how that turned out. You have to use an all-purpose dye. So look for the video that's out on this, or maybe not out, but coming out. This one was a challenge. This was somebody's favorite pocket knife. It showed, it got carried a lot. Maybe you remember the blade, all those scratches. Again, 7,000 grit sandpaper, followed up by 10, followed up by case paste. Trying just to make it look a little newer. I'll put an edge on this and I'll love it, man. That thing is very, very ergonomical. So I'll take a peek. Oh, and it's a one blade, it's a one spring. So, and then over here, that also got kind of the same treatment of $7,000 and $10,000 grit. Obviously, wait to sharpen these until after, see, you've worked on it. You don't need to be taking that. I take that sandpaper and I like to put it into a microfiber, and so my finger's not running on the edge. This got dipped in all-purpose wine, and it didn't really go in to the Delrin. So I taped this off and I soaked it in red for like 20 minutes. Nothing really happened. I soaked the whole thing in marigold. No, daffodil yellow, which is for synthetic, and it responded. So hopefully you see a color change. You may or may not like it. We got more yellow here than we did before. And then lastly, we talked about this. And with this, I also did the blades. It was very heavily patinaed. I did the tank stamps. This is a USA knife. Really decent action. This one was sharp. This one, I guess it was gifted to me, and that first blade is sharp. These are not razor sharp, but it will cut. You got to be very careful not to cut yourself. So after I what I did here was I dyed this side, and then I put it in mineral oil. Pretty much the whole knife. I only had mineral oil on the top for just a couple minutes, but on this side it soaked in overnight. So you just pour yourself a tub of mineral oil that thick, and it comes in here, and then we're done. So that's that. Kind of a quick way you can just bring a little bit of life back to your older vintage knives. Again, we're not trying to make them brand new. These darn Camilluses, they sure got a lot of it's hard to get a nice polish on these. I definitely noticed the Schrade is sort of having a better nickel silver, at least. And I would guesstimate these could be from like the same years, decades. These could be 70s, 80s, 90s. This one might be about a 2011 and thereabouts. So hey, we're done. Thanks guys. Bye.